All right, let's go. Ayo, we're three hot guys sharing our opinions because we're special and different. Gold medals, we're winning. Can't help it if we're burdened by our intellect. You can play checkers while we pretend we know the rules to chess. The council has spoken, and we are the chosen. Your nose is broken because I broke it.
Sucks.
And welcome back to another episode of Will of the Council. It's your boy Joseph. We've got Jordan in the booth.
I'm here to talk about Reddit posts and not think about current events.
We've got Danny, who I'm hearing it was just appointed to the Secretary of Education position.
Yeah, I think that schools no longer should have English class and instead have nap time.
I agree.
Also, second order as the education head, I just want to ask a question. Just imagine me putting my giant schlong on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you guys follow me for my opinions and jokes.
Yeah. We've got Becky on the ones and twos. So as Danny has alluded to, today we're going to be talking about the most important thing happening in America. This past weekend, there was an unbelievable result out of one of our most storied institutions that I think will probably determine the outcome of the lives of hundreds of millions of Americans for the next 20, if not 40 years. Many of us will live our entire lives in the wake of this decision by Twitch.tv to unfairly ban a VTuber for a completely understandable thing. Do you want to give a little bit of context, Danny?
Hold on. I got a fat gyro in my mouth.
Wait, you started the pod and then immediately started eating?
I'm starving!
Oh my God. Well, some of us are starving for content.
So it's nothing too crazy. I'll give some background. Twitch has a very strict, I guess, TOS, which is usually good and beneficial for most kind of Twitch users and Twitch streamers. But that also comes with some weird caveats and kind of hypocritical decisions that they make a lot. A lot of the times you'll wonder why
Not my Twitch. Come on.
Yeah. You'll wonder why X person doesn't get banned while Y person kind of stays live. And some people will get banned for reasons that seem kind of small and kind of unfair. And others will stay live with kind of crazy stuff. So I think VTubers in general get hit a little more often due to probably a lot of I'll say maybe unfair hits, but also very fair hits. So it can feel like they're getting hit a lot, which is probably the case. And this VTuber posted how they were banned kind of unfairly and, you know, rided that kind of wave of the culture online saying like, yeah, Twitch, they're unfairly targeting VTubers. And then you click the second image on the post. And what I can only describe is two mountain slopes, but they're not slopes, they're boobs.
Two sand dunes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think I've spoken about this on stream, which is, of course, completely divorced from Will of the Council, in which we don't talk about that disgusting waste of cardboard.
Correct.
But there is kind of a truth to Twitch applies its TOS irresponsibly and inconsistently. And there is also a truth to this often comes down harsher on VTubers than people who are not VTubers. But it is also the case that the quickest way to get famous as a VTuber is to get banned by Twitch for being too big and sexy. And so what we've got here is someone who's like, I just cannot believe what was done to me. Check out what they banned me for. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those images that you look at and you just have to go like, be fucking for real.
Yes, please be real right now with me. And for those of you listening at home that are not so online brained, because there are like 5 normies in the listening audience, VTubing is a genre of streaming that is basically, instead of, you know, a streamer sitting in front of a webcam or a camera or whatever, it is a person who has engineered sort of a model that moves around for them. So it's like it can be anything. It can be like a character. It can be, I don't know, most of the time it is like an anime looking person. So it's nice because VTubing provides a little bit of anonymity for the streamer, but they're still able to like show some expression. The character model that moves around can be very, you know, emotive. But unfortunately,
it also means that we can, like, almost immediately upon VTubing blowing up, we pushed the bounds of human understanding and are now like we bred pugs to like have snouts that are cute but non-functional. VTubers these days range from normal looking to, I would say, like Cronenberg style horrors in terms of their body proportions.
Why are these VTuber models' boobs so big? Like,
it's insane.
There's two responses that I want to highlight. The first is people who are like, many women do have like gigantism of the breasts, and many women do have tits this big. And to you, I would say, be fucking
Be
for real. Come on.
Fucking real with me.
Is that what are you trying to raise awareness of gigantism in women, or is it something else maybe? And the second thing I would say is when this happens, the response is always, I guess Twitch is just scared of boobs. That's like their own. And I'm going to be honest, I am scared of these boobs.
These ones?
Like,
yeah, these boobs scare me.
I am in fear. I imagine if I encountered them, like, I would be smothered.
To death. It's like, okay, it sucks for me, or not for me. It sucks in my mind because I see the benefits, and I think VTubing is really cool, and there are a lot of really cool VTubers that are very popular. You know, there's like Iron Mouse. That's a very popular example.
Iron Mouse is great.
She's one of the biggest streamers on Twitch.
Personally, a huge fan of Honey Goblin. I think she's incredible. I think her model is one of the most expressive out there. It is wonderful.
I love the fact that people are allowed that anonymity, right? And especially for women online. Like we've all seen how people interact with women online, especially even further in the gaming space, right? But so many people want to use VTubing as just a way to earn gooner money. And it's fucking annoying. Like these
you should be spending your gooner money here.
Yeah,
correct.
At 5,000 on the Patreon, we're releasing the Peeps voice pack.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be half JOI. He's going to be like, yeah, keep going. And the other half is going to be like, what are you doing? Oh my God.
Nah, I don't think I can advertise the Peeps nudes on the Patreon. I don't think I can do that.
I want to believe.
I do have to say, it is kind of awesome that their excuse was that when you read it on first go, this person says that they accidentally zoomed in on my chest for 5 seconds.
Oh, wow.
While I was trying to adjust my mascot. They're talking about their VTuber model. And when I say like these are the Twin Towers, I legitimately mean it. Like
in their defense, I think probably no one would be able to view a zoomed in version of the boobs as sexy. It would just look like a big square of beige on screen, you know?
You know, they're like the Chicago bean. It's like 2 of those on her chest.
The areolas alone are the size of pizzas. And I'm not talking personal pan.
talking DiGiorno, baby.
That shit is not delivered. I'll tell you that right now.
I need to kill you.
All right. I mean, are you all ready to move on to the posts?
No, do you want to come up for more euphemisms for how massive these gargantuan tits were? Or should we?
I'm going to be ruminating on them in the back of my mind. Let's just say that if I found myself in a position where I was all over this woman, by the time I got to the top of her breasts, I'd be feeling a little gay. The altitude does that to you, I've heard. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Now that we've got our women hating out of the way, let's hate on men.
Yes.
We got 3 bangers for you today. Come from Danny
There
himself.
is a theme to these posts. Someone sent me one of them, and the other was a post that many people have said we have to do. This is great timing. This will be pretty close to Thanksgiving, 6 days before Thanksgiving. So it's appropriate is all I'll say.
This first one is an argument so important to the bones of Will of the Council. It is actually the argument that inspired this podcast.
Correct. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
This post comes from subreddit drama, which is, if you've never been on SRD, it's the worst.
Stop. Before you continue, quick 2 or 3 line summary of our subreddit drama.
It's people who get off on fights and shit fits that happen on reddit.com.
That's so awesome.
All right, here we go. OP shows r/mildly infuriating how her husband put the entire crockpot, cord and all, into the fridge after dinner. Users take sides with both husband and life. Okay. So this is a picture of an open fridge door that says, asked my husband to put away supper last night. It's a caption from Snapchat that says, asked Tyler to put away supper last night, and this is what I woke up to. So what we have here is, and wow, we've argued in the past about crockpot efficiency. You two can see this image, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What we're looking at right now is monstrous. It is a completely packed tight fridge. The fridge is packed to the gills.
It gives me anxiety looking at this.
And
This is
let me just read you the alt text. Top shelf shows 2 large containers balanced on top of a container of eggs on the bottom. Doesn't do it justice. This container of eggs is at what has to be a 30-degree angle. Diet Coke cans can be seen on the right side. The middle shelf has an entire crock pot jammed on top of other containers with a white power cord hanging downward. And it's just laying there. I mean, it is really
So
not tied up at all.
bait.
To the left of the crock pot is a colander with lettuce inside it, not covered at all, jammed on top of jars and other things. Bottom shelf has meat in a bag and sticks of butter.
So
It's like art almost.
This fridge is, there's like everything, all of the contents in this fridge are hanging on by the thinnest thread of balance ever.
It's like a game of Jenga.
One wrong move and your entire leftover repertoire is on the floor.
I think there's an argument that even like opening the fridge is a potential disaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk pretty extensively about what's going on here. First up, do not ever put in a container that doesn't have a lid, just raw sitting in
Oh my
there.
God.
What's your problem?
That's such a guy thing. So lazy.
Second, we've got 2 Pyrexes, right? And one of them has a plastic top and one has tinfoil spread across a lack of a top. And they have placed one of the Pyrexes on top of the other. The one they put on bottom is the tinfoil. So, of course, it is just gonna get everywhere.
It's
Also, this fridge is full of those stupid fucking plastic and metal dividers that you get off like Temu, and they're like, organize your fridge by putting your Coke cans in this metal divider.
Yeah.
And they are just splayed
yeah, they're
everywhere.
just everywhere.
Oh my God.
I guess because the fridge
and then,
looks
of course,
kind
the
of
sack
narrow.
of meat. It's something.
Well, the fridge looks kind of narrow, so it feels like I guess the idea was to buy those things to kind of replace what would be more kind of shelving units, right? Like where you like open the drawer, there's your like cheese or your lettuce or something. Maybe there's more I can't see, but oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, wow.
You
look at this fridge and oh my God, is that a sourdough starter on the bottom? Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
You look at this fridge.
This thing is you need to destroy it.
Yeah, that sourdough Ben started. That's a sourdough ender.
That's a sourdough ender. Yeah, damn. Me too.
All I want to say is I want this instead of
Yes,
the Will
it
of the
needs to
Council
be.
image. I just want this image for the entire episode.
We can get it for
Yeah,
sure.
let's
Okay,
go.
so I guess we should have a little bit of a discussion. How do we feel about this?
Okay.
Oh, before
Is
we
this
reread
a
more.
sufficient way to do it? Because we have had arguments in the past about this method of putting away a crock pot.
Yes.
Are you allowed to put away the crock pot? Like what people usually think of when you put away a crock pot is you take the shit out of the crock pot, you put it in a Tupperware, but are you allowed to just put the crock pot in there? Are you allowed to put the crock pot and cord in there?
Yeah, so
Cord.
I guess I should jump into this because I have been the one that's
Yeah, you're
most
patient
hotly
zero.
defended. I am patient zero on this. Look, I understand the arguments about food safety, like the crock pot itself. If you put the entirety of the thing in there, it's got the electronic mechanism, and you probably shouldn't put that in there because the crock pot is still hot. So there is an elongated period of time where the food is at an unsafe food safety scientific temperature. I don't give a shit about that. RFK is going to teach all of us that that's not real. It's
True.
fine. It's just put the fucking crock pot in the fridge if you want. Now, here's what I will say about this situation. Unless you want to jump in about the crock pot before we
Nope.
talk about this fridge more.
Keep going.
Clearly, this couple, I don't think you can blame one party in this, okay? Some people just think of the fridge as a put it in there and forget space. You can't do that. Not with a fridge. You can do that with dirty clothes in your closet. You can do that with a laundry hamper of shit that you're not going to wear until winter's over, okay? The fridge, you can't do that. The fridge has to be a constantly maintained space. Looking at this fridge, you know there's stuff that's been in there for like a year. You know it.
Oh God, dude, don't say that shit. It's
You
so
know, I
nasty.
know. Dude, they got the fucking garlic up there on the top right, you know. They got I'm looking in the back behind this fucking colander of lettuce, and there's some stuff in there I know they ain't touched in a calendar year. So, look, before we even want to talk shit about my crockpot storage methods, I think the thing to note here is that this couple needs a cultural reset, a home tending reset about building in time for each other to clean out the fridge. Because, wow, this is a disaster.
Yeah, no. I mean, okay, I guess we'll bring a little bit of our own trauma into this. Danny, do you know what fridge I'm thinking
Thank
of?
you. Thank you.
I love
Oh, dude, I have like
lore of
multiple
you
stories,
two.
not only of the one that Joseph's thinking of, but from my own life as well.
I'm so excited.
So my parents growing up always had a fridge with way too much shit in it. But looking back, I don't think I ever saw anything go bad. They were immaculate about the care they took of the fridge.
Right.
When I lived with Danny, I think we kept a pretty good fridge.
Yeah, I think we were pretty good.
I mean, we were poor as shit, so there wasn't a lot in it, so
Yeah.
it was easy. But in the interim, when Danny and I lived at his ex's house, there was a fridge at that location that I think was responsible for COVID-19.
I'm pretty sure I would describe that fridge as Davy Jones's locker.
It was a biohazard. I would say it looked very similar to this one.
Yes.
Classic stuff you would see in here. Meat in bags that had just gone bad. They loved putting things in bowls in the fridge without a cover on.
Oh my god, it's I
There it
hate
is.
that shit.
And let me tell you, the couple of times that I saw them use a crock pot, I would not be surprised to find the whole thing in the fridge. It was awful. It was disgusting.
Oh, it's like instead of the Ark of the Covenant, it's like the frigid air of the Covenant. You just open it and your skin melts off.
Oh God, it hurts.
It's so funny because, actually, dear listener, I have a tip for you. If you are a homeowner, or maybe you have an apartment or something, and there's always been kind of a smell, when you're living in a space for a while and you just you walk around and there's just a smell, like, where did this come from, right? I bet if you are experiencing that, I would bet my bottom dollar that all you need to do is just clean out your fridge, clean it out, take the stuff out, wipe it down. Something in there is responsible for that smell. I would guarantee it.
Yeah.
I remember I went over to my brother's for Christmas the last year he was in college. He was renting a place. And I was like, let me make you like a home cooked meal. And he was like, yeah, sure. And I opened the fridge to see what he's got. And there is meat in an emptied and washed cottage cheese tub. I was like, oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
Sure.
Using like old cottage cheese tubs
Okay.
for like
Yeah.
container space, especially if you're broke. I look in, it has to have been in there for a year.
Yes.
And it has
Oh.
become a science experiment / breeding facility. And I gag and I'm like, I'm going to go get some Ajax. I'm going to get some gloves.
Yep.
We're going to do this for an hour and then I will make you a meal.
It's so funny because, like I said, the forgotten space thing is people don't cognizantly think about this. Like, where is the thing, or what spaces in your house do you just put shit with the intention of forgetting about? And people do that with their fridge. And it's like, you can't. Food doesn't stay good in a fridge forever, but I swear to God, some people believe that is just how it works. It's not how it works.
I have one even better to transition from that. Not only that, but I think alongside that, when you put your stuff away like this, it becomes a job to find anything in the fridge. Because I'm looking at
Yes.
this, imagine if someone said, go get the cheese or something. And I see there's this yellow square underneath that giant crock pot. Imagine if you needed to get that. You have to take everything out and then grab the food you want and then put it back.
Yeah.
Too much trouble. I'm not doing it.
I think the funniest thing about this crock pot, and I really should stress for our audio only listeners, this crock pot is very precariously stacked.
Oh, yeah, this
It's
shit is
so
coming down.
heavy.
It's like how you wonder how that last Jenga piece is keeping the entire thing
Oh
of,
my
of
God.
float.
Yeah.
That's the crock pot.
Let's vote on this in kind of a weird abstract way.
Sure.
Wait,
All right.
you didn't even read the post.
Decision time.
Do we think this is a defensible way to put the crock pot in the refrigerator? 3, 2, 1.
Yes. Yes.
What?
Fuck you,
Fuck
Jordan.
you,
Absolutely
Jordan,
not.
You fucking
All right,
bitch.
hold on. Can I explain myself? Clearly, this is the norm. What the hell do you mean you're getting on Snapchat and being like, ask Tyler to put supper away? This is what I woke up to. The crock pot in there, that's crime number 1 of 30,000 in this fridge. Now, you both got to work together to figure out how to fix this shit.
The question was not, is the guy an asshole for putting the crock pot this way? The question was, is this a defensible way to put a crock pot in a fridge?
Okay, no.
The council has spoken.
The reason that this one is taking a little different turn is because the real fun of this one is the sides that Reddit takes.
Yes.
So let me
yes.
read you some sides taken. Okay. This one is the Redditor.
Okay.
Instructions unclear. Job's done. Putting him on blast for your friends to see is more infuriating.
True. Truth apocalypse.
Someone replies to that and says, does he need step-by-step instructions on how to wipe his own ass after he shits? And the guy responds, how would I know what he needs? Am I his biographer? This person must know their husband better than most people. If this is a surprise to her, a discussion is in order, not posting to social media.
God, this is so awesome. I went back to see that post. Has like -72 downvotes. Instructions unclear.
I do like the response. I'm sure she had more faith in her husband than to do some dumb shit like this. Here we have a response thread to this one. Instructions unclear. Is he 5? The response is, dinner is put away in the fridge. If she wanted things to be put into separate containers for him to clean the fridge, she should have said that. Communication is key. Use your big boy words.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Awesome.
My favorite is the response. Maybe he should use his big boy brain.
Good Lord, tell him weaponized incompetence is not attractive. He did that so you wouldn't ask him to do it again. Okay, this is a take we see all the time. Men are intentionally doing something wrong because, like, they don't want to be asked to do it in the future. Let me be clear, this does happen.
Yes.
Men are also very dumb. It is very possible he's just stupid
God,
as
men
fuck.
are so stupid.
And the way to resolve that is you got to embarrass him about this.
Yeah,
like Snapchat.
The person responds, next time you do his laundry, do it wrong. Bleach the dark clothes, then roll it all in a ball and put it in the drawer and see how he likes it. And this person goes, him putting leftovers up badly is nowhere near intentionally ruining somebody's laundry. Oh my God. Come on.
Well, I guess that's kind of true, right? Because like if you put the food away
It
wrong,
is. She's just doing a bit.
Okay, yeah, all right. Look, I'm. Here's the thing. I gotta be clear. I don't think it's bad for her to take this snap and make fun of him about it. It is funny. Like
It's really funny.
if I was
like,
the husband and I did that, I'd be like, oh yeah, I guess that is stupid, right? Like, come on, you know, just because she's picking on him about it doesn't mean that this is like abuse in a relationship. You know, this is probably.
I mean, there have been times when Jillian put stuff up and I had to be like, okay, but like, be fucking for real here.
calm down. It's
you
just
can
a
pick
fridge.
on each other. You can pick on each other as, you know, as partners. I think that's fine.
In response to the Snapchat photo, the guy should just be like, instructions unclear, wife.
Yeah. What the hell? You said put it in the fridge.
Another amazing thread. Another day, another wife smart, husband dumb post.
Yes. True.
I like the response. Well, it is pretty fucking dumb. We got another one. No, I'm on Tyler's side. Get rid of your BS round containers and fridge sections. Poor guy is being sent in to lose. Get him some square containers for the square fridge.
Oh my God.
And the response is, are you referring to the fact he chose to put an entire crock pot in the fridge? And I do like a lot of people are like, why do you think she's the one who put the stupid fucking containers in there? You know, it's very possible
that's true.
that
It could have just
Tyler
been
is
him
responsible
again.
for all of this nonsense.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, the fridge is a shared space. You just got to work on it as a couple. I think that's the healthiest way to do it. Because, God, it's a fucking chore to clean out a fridge.
Well, me and Jillian have come to an understanding where I'm the one who cleans the fridge, right?
Oh, fair. Okay.
Because she like, if something's gone bad, she'll like gag when she opens it up. So I clean the fridge, and then I get to go, you shouldn't have left that in the fridge. And she goes, I know.
Oh, great. So your reward of being the one that cleans the fridge is you get like mockery out of it.
You get to be like, I told you so.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
I get to do that.
Great. Awesome. Okay, I continue back to my previous statement.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
I do like this one says, to be fair, the fridge was a mess to begin with, like really bad. And the response, classic blame the fridge mentality.
That's me. That's where I stand on this.
Oh my God.
It's the fridge's
We
fault.
ready to move on from this one?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm so glad we talked about the crock pot again. God, I love it so much.
So this second one is also about cooking.
Awesome.
This is 12 days old. It's an Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for refusing to cook after my boyfriend tried to critique my cooking with a literal PowerPoint presentation?
Oh.
I love Redditors, dude. They're so awesome.
They're so
Oh
good.
my
This is such a
God.
Reddit I will tell you this. This woman came to the right place.
She did.
So this happened a few days ago, and I'm still trying to process it. For context, I, 28F, have been with my BF, 30M, for 2 years. We live together, and I've done most of the cooking because I enjoy it. He claims he can't even boil water
Oh my
without setting off the
God.
That's
smoke
my
alarm.
favorite thing. When someone's like, I
That's-
can't cook.
That's
If anyone feels that way, I'm going to
weaponizing
tell you right now, you can
competence.
cook. You can cook. It's just following directions. You can cook. It's not hard. You're going to fuck up a lot early on. That's fine. If you're cooking, it's really hard to make a dish like inedible.
Yes, I would agree with that.
All right. The other night, I made one of my favorite meals. While we were eating, he got a weird smirk on his face. He said, I've been taking notes. I laughed thinking he was joking, but then he said, no, I made a presentation. I still thought it was a joke until he got up, connected his laptop to the TV, and opened a PowerPoint titled Improving Our Home Dining Situation.
This is so
No.
awesome.
No.
I was in disbelief as he went slide by slide critiquing my dishes. Slide 1, too much garlic.
False.
Kill.
Never.
Almost literally impossible.
It's impossible.
Die.
It's actually impossible.
Slide 2, pasta consistency. Slide 3, more salt, less sass.
Okay.
That's the kind of sentence that gets you killed, man.
I don't think a jury in the world would convict you.
Nope, not at all. Not at
The
all.
kicker was slide 8, which was a photo of Gordon Ramsay face palming with the caption, what he'd think. I was stunned. I told him if he had such detailed opinions, just cook himself. He tried to backtrack, saying it was all in good fun and he was just trying to help. But I wasn't laughing. I haven't cooked since, and he's been living off cereal and takeout. He's sulking, saying I'm overreacting and ruining the joke. So Reddit, am I the asshole for refusing to cook after my BF presented me with a PowerPoint critique of my cooking?
Okay. I'm gonna create an invention. I'm
excited.
I would hate to make light of a very real problem that happens a lot, which is like domestic violence and all that stuff. But I am gonna create what is called the "I get to kill you" pass. Okay, and it's for stuff like this. So if your husband makes a research paper, PowerPoint presentation, if he turns a joke about your cooking into work that he volunteered to do himself and then present to you, you get the pass to kill him. I think that's a thing that should be made because, like you said, Joseph, if this in a court of law, what judge would convict this woman?
If there were 12 jurors.
Yeah, like literally, I'm baffled by this. A jury of your peers, a jury of people around this couple's age. What jury would convict her? She would explain this, and they would all go, "Wow, I'd have done it too."
What is the most evil thing you could do in response? You have to make a PowerPoint in response, right?
It's got to be about
definitely
sex. It's got to be about
sex,
sex,
right? Yeah,
Yep.
it's definitely
It's got to be
sex.
sex, yeah.
It's got to be sex. Absolutely.
Improving our bedroom situation. 1,
100%.
go deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2,
Slide
last
6.
longer.
Last longer.
2
yeah, I was gonna
minutes?
say. Go deeper. last longer.
3, lose
Slide
weight.
9. 3 months since head for me. What the hell?
Yeah, you know this is the kind of guy.
You put up a picture of Stavros face palming. You're like, what would he think? You're not eating pussy?
Like, reading this post, you know this guy does not eat pussy. Like,
No,
100%.
man.
I could clock it from a bajillion miles away. This guy
Okay.
does not eat pussy.
Who says too much garlic? He's probably in the pussy like, too garlicky.
Yeah, it's
More
Okay,
salt,
yeah, that
less
was like-
squirt.
I when he said too much garlic, I was like, okay, I don't want to make assumptions, but I just was like, there's no way this person could think this unless you have the palate of like a 5-year-old. And then they made a PowerPoint with Gordon Ramsay face palming at the end saying like, what were you thinking? So maybe he's 5 years old.
I mean, I'm just blown away by this. It's a PowerPoint of him saying your cooking sucks. Like, nobody, I genuinely, oh my God, he's got to die. Like, it's mandatory. It has to happen.
I want to stress how this kind of occurred. I'm rereading it, and she made one of his favorite meals. And while eating, he says, you know, I've been taking notes. And I'm now thinking, I'm like, oh, she laughed. And that interpretation, I believe, at least to me, was that he's been taking notes because it's so good.
Yes.
Right? Like, and he was like, yep, I've been taking notes because like this is my favorite meal kind of thing. And I know how to like maybe cook it. And I'm like, no, I made a presentation on like it. And so it sounds like he's going to maybe make it or something, right? Because he doesn't even cook. So why would the thought that she was like a bad cook ever come into his brain? He can't boil water. So the whiplash this woman is feeling, seeing improving our home dining experience, I'm just like imagining her face like go from like smiling to just the biggest frown ever.
Dude, that's so, oh my God. How do you get to this point in a relationship where you think that this is a good thing to do? What happened to your brain, man? How?
Just trying to help.
Just trying to help you. Oh my God. How does this happen? How does he get here, right? Like,
It's one of those things you do, I feel like, if I'm trying to explain it, where instead of just like talking to your partner, right? Obviously, we always circle back to communication, but like instead of talking to your partner and being like, maybe he's, I don't know, trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he doesn't like garlic, right? And he's not like a big fan. So he's like, oh, it's like a flavor that just like doesn't jive with me. So
Sure.
like when you talk to your partner, you're like, oh, like, I don't mean to critique your cooking. It's really yummy. But like, I personally don't like love a lot of garlic. Would you mind lightening up, at least just for me? Like, that's a like healthy way to talk about it, right? Because you're allowed to have like preferences. If you're like, if it was like, oh, like she uses too many like olives, for example. It's like, I'm not a big fan of olives, right? Like
Yeah,
that would
sure.
be a normal conversation to have.
right.
But instead,
Right,
what he's
yes.
doing, which like I think I've witnessed before from people and people I know and stuff, well, they'll just add up the kind of small things that like make them kind of annoyed when they receive like food or something from someone. And then they, like he said, he's like taking little notes and it's like, oh, I made this like presentation. And it wasn't like a day of thing. It's been like, you know, obviously maybe a year or something living together of building up all of these actions and writing them all down. And instead of just kind of like presenting them with like a healthy kind of take to them, to your partner, you now have done a Gordon Ramsay pasta consistency slide slop presentation.
yes, honest to God, you're right.
I think that's what happened. That's my guess.
I don't know. Maybe he thought, oh boy, I'm really reaching, but maybe he thought that any discussion of not critiquing, but like asking her to cook the food differently would be like insulting to her. You know, maybe he was worried that even if he said the slightest thing, such as I don't like how much garlic you use, maybe his like immediate assumption was she would be mad even at that. So
Yeah.
he tried to manufacture a way into turning the cooking requests into a joke and then completely fucking botched it. That is the only way I can give any ground to this guy.
Yeah.
That's it.
And even that is like...
Even that with the most gracious assumption I'm making is just fucking unacceptable, dude.
I love that he's sulking. He's like, oh, man.
Well,
No,
come
she's
on.
not cooking anymore. Oh, man.
Guess I gotta get takeout.
Guess I
'cause
better order Domino.
I made fun of my.
Just say sorry. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Say sorry. Let's
All right.
vote.
Yeah, let's vote.
Decision time.
Do you guys want to use the weapon?
Yes.
All right.
God, yes.
3, 2, 1.
Kill. I'm slamming the button. I'm like,
Kill.
It's like a Mario Party mini game. I'm like, yeah.
Those buttons you buy, like party buttons, and it's just like kill.
But wait.
Well, this one has an update. Would you care to hear it?
Yay!
Let's go.
Hey Reddit, so it's been a wild ride since I posted my initial story about how my now ex-boyfriend's infamous PowerPoint presentation critiquing my cooking. Oh, okay. Can't thank you enough for all the support, laughs, and outrage on my behalf. Buckle up because here's the follow-up. After reading your comments and taking some time to process what happened, I decided our relationship needed a serious talk. I sat him down to talk about how his presentation came across as both unfunny and disrespectful. Typical mature relationship stuff. He smirks and goes, I'm prepared for this. He grabs his laptop, again connects it to the TV, and presents me with another PowerPoint titled, How to Take a Joke, a Comprehensive Guide.
Oh my God!
Yes, he made a whole slideshow explaining why I need to learn to chill out and appreciate humor. Slide 1 was a meme of a clown putting on makeup with my name over it. Slide 2, a bullet point list titled Why Your Overreaction is Hilarious. Slide 3 was how I'm clearly the comedian in this relationship. At this point, I was too stunned to speak. By the time he got to 6, things you can do while not cooking because you're mad, it was as if he really thought he'd win me over with a presentation. He did not. So I did what any rational PowerPoint-loving person would do. I made my own.
And I strung his neck. Okay, anyway. Go
She's
ahead.
making
Sorry.
one.
I stayed up all night crafting a presentation called Why It's Time to Move On, a Farewell Guide. I had flowcharts mapping his incompetence in the kitchen. I had a pie chart illustrating my happiness before and after. And my personal favorite, slide 9, was a gif of Gordon Ramsay yelling, "Get out." This morning, I sat him down and I went through my PowerPoint with the same energy he had given me. His reaction was priceless. He started with the same smirk, but lost it around slide 4, top 10 reasons you're moving out today. By the time I got to resources for finding your own apartment, he was packing a bag. Now, before anyone worries, yes, he did leave, and no, I didn't even have to threaten him with slide 12, which was just a photo of me blocking the Wi-Fi router. So we broke up, and I'm single, happy, and cooking meals for myself without critique except my cat. And those who said I should make a breakup PowerPoint, I guess your wish was fulfilled. I can't believe how all this went down over the course of a single weekend, but I feel good about myself. Thanks for your comments. And fun fact, some of you were right. He is a business consultant. Making PowerPoints is his day job.
Oh my God. Oh
No.
my God. So
Wait, it's his hyperfixation. No. He's autistic, and this is how he
No,
copes.
he's just so fucking lame. I'm sorry.
This
There are
so
these types of
sucks.
guys who turn their entire personal life into work culture speak and activity. I know them. I've worked with them before. I know exactly the type of guy this is. So punchable. It's unbelievable. I'm screaming like I'm going Super Saiyan 3 over here. When you said the second PowerPoint,
That was
my
so
head
awesome.
almost popped off my shoulders, dude.
That's
Fuck,
amazing.
man.
I don't know how I didn't see this coming. Like, it's awesome.
I thought it was going to be like, he made a second PowerPoint. You know, I had too much faith. Why do I do this? I could have sworn the next words out of your mouth were going to be, he made a second PowerPoint, and it was like an apology or something like that. And no, it was worse. Oh.
I didn't even think a second PowerPoint was coming in. I think just presenting a PowerPoint would be a slap to the face, right? Am I crazy?
Yes.
Like if you say the word PowerPoint, I'd be like, are you kidding me? Like,
Oh my God, I just can't believe this. I can't.
The council has Spoken.
Ugh. All right, you ready for the third one?
Get me out of this one. Yes, please.
All right, our final one in the cooking debacle is, am I the asshole for telling my sister she's not allowed to bring her homemade food to Thanksgiving because her cooking is ruining the meal?
Okay.
All right, this one's 10 days old. Every year, our family does a big Thanksgiving dinner. We all typically bring a dish or two. My sister, who's a lovely person in every way, insists on cooking something homemade every time. The issue? She is not a great cook. And I don't mean just not great. I mean, she has somehow managed to turn classic dishes into borderline inedible creations. For context, last Thanksgiving, she showed up with a special recipe of stuffing that was over-seasoned with random spices like cinnamon and cardamom. It was dry. The flavors were confusing. They were off for stuffing. Only one person took a small bite, and the rest went untouched. Another year, she brought a green bean casserole that had some sort of strange, chewy texture. She later admitted she used coconut milk and almond flour to experiment. This year, I'm hosting Thanksgiving. Since I'm responsible for putting it all together, I wanted to keep the menu consistent so people could enjoy a meal. I thought I'd avoid drama by asking her to bring something like wine or soda or flowers. I explained to her I just want to make things easy and streamlined. I'll handle the main dishes. She didn't take it well. She got offended and told me I was being controlling and shutting her out. She accused me of making her feel inadequate and said Thanksgiving is about everyone contributing, not me deciding what's acceptable. I told her everyone appreciates her effort, but she could contribute in other ways and still be part of it. She doubled down and said she's bringing her famous green bean casserole whether I like it or not. Now my mom and a couple of other family members have chimed in, saying I should have just let her bring whatever she wants because it's Thanksgiving and it's the thought that counts. They're acting like I'm committing some huge offense by wanting the food to be enjoyable and not having random experiments that no one will eat. I feel like I'm trying to keep the meal enjoyable and edible. I don't think it's wrong to want guests to enjoy the food, especially since I'm putting in a lot of effort to host. Am I being unreasonable here? Am I the asshole?
Honestly, this is kind of tough. A little bit, right? Am I
Yeah,
crazy?
I mean, I can take a stab at it.
Yeah.
Please.
So, this is funny as hell.
True.
It is really funny.
I think we all know someone who's like, I just like experimenting in the kitchen. And what they come out with is occasionally inedible, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was that for Danny. We would, I would make this fried tofu dish that sometimes I would put so many peppers in that it actually was impossible to eat. It was like too spicy.
We ate like 3 pieces. We were like, that's really yummy. And then we were like, I don't think I can eat anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to die. Yeah.
You make a good enchilada though.
Thank you. I haven't made enchiladas in a while. They're so easy. Anyway, here's the thing. I get where this woman is coming from. She doesn't want this weird, strange dish that everybody hates on this table, and it's going to look bad if no one touches it and everything else gets emptied, right? Both for herself and for the feelings of her sister. But is it that big of a deal to just let her bring it? Like, I know what you're trying to do, and everyone knows she's not great at cooking, but I think she is right that it's like, the stakes on this are so low. Why not just let her bring her
so
terrible shit no one likes?
It also, like, on the controlling aspect, I guess, like, my only, like, annoyance with the poster, obviously, is, like, I know you want, like, your meal to be cohesive or whatever, but, like, ignoring it is, like, really easy.
Yeah.
And, like, whose feelings get hurt? Only your sisters, right? So, like, yeah, that's on them. I don't know. Like, you can't protect them from that. It's, you know, if people are going to eat it or not. That's it. And I don't know. It's so easy to just be like, whatever, bring it. No one's going to eat it. Like, I don't know. You could be a little toxic about it. Just be like, oh, she can do it. I don't care. No one's going to eat it.
I
don't know.
I'm leaning towards agreeing with you both, but I
Yeah.
want there to be a world in which the poster does this better, you know?
You mean like what?
Okay, how do you tell somebody that they need to get better at cooking without using a PowerPoint? Like, how do you, okay, honest to God, like, how, because I really, okay, some of my friends are very, how do I word this?
Mm-hmm.
They are very cohesive and really good, I guess is the simplest way I can put it, at organizing a meal for a party, right? And I understand that as the host, you want there to be a certain cohesion, you want there to be an aesthetic, you want the vision to go your way, right?
Yeah.
But you do kind of have to put that aside because it's Thanksgiving. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm landing on that opinion. You have to put that aside because it's Thanksgiving.
You're right. I don't know. Like, it's Thanksgiving.
Like,
I
it
don't
is
know.
Thanksgiving. But she clearly has this passion of cooking this awful food. Doesn't she want to get better? I mean, how does she not take the hint that people don't like her food?
It's kind of
That's
awesome.
my thing. That's like, no. It's Thanksgiving food. It's green bean casserole. Green bean casserole is fucking astounding. Whenever somebody brings a green bean casserole to a Thanksgiving, that shit gets cleaned out like instantly.
Wait, okay, so, as some of you might already know, I'm Latinx. And people get mad when I say that, but it's funny to me. And so nobody in my family would ever make a green bean casserole.
Okay, well, just because you've never had green bean casserole.
Well, hold on. I'm asking, what is it? Is it good? I don't think I've ever had it.
Yeah, okay, so green bean casserole is like cooked green beans and cream of mushroom soup, and there's like crunchy, like fried onion stuff on top. It's really good.
Okay, that does sound pretty good.
Yeah, I hate to be a real cracker about this, but I take green bean casserole very seriously.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's quite good. And there's like black pepper and some people even do
You know
like
what, Danny?
cooked
Let me make you some
bacon
green bean
in
casserole. It takes like 5 minutes to make. Let me make this for you.
It is quite good. It is
Wait, I'm looking at this. There's 4 steps.
Yeah, no, green bean casserole is the easiest thing to make in the world.
How do you mess this up?
Well, apparently by adding coconut milk, cardamom, and bullshit. I just like, what is the almond flour even for? What are you using that for?
I don't know.
Look,
So
okay,
awesome.
there is no way I can come at this with like a logical or moral perspective and say like the poster isn't in the wrong, because the easy way out is just to let her bring the shit, but it sucks. Why is almond flour in your green bean casserole?
Oh, this is tough because like there's a part of me that's like, she's ruining one of the meals for Thanksgiving, and I think that's a sin.
No, actually, you know what? Here's the actual thing. Here's the real thing that sucks, because what do you, as the poster, do if you want there to be good green bean casserole? You can't make another green bean casserole. You know she's bringing green bean casserole now. So what are you going to do? You're just going to make a second green bean casserole that everybody else is going to eat and nobody eats hers? You can't do that. Now green bean casserole doesn't exist at the Thanksgiving anymore, and that is a fucking cardinal sin.
You make
I'm
a
not going to
decent
go to a
argument.
Thanksgiving dinner without green bean casserole.
Just make 2.
Yeah,
No,
just
how?
make 2.
But you can't.
No, I think you just
Yeah,
make 2.
you can.
But it's so...
Yeah, you can.
I think you make 2. You just say, I made
Yeah,
2.
It's
you
so
can.
spiteful,
Here's
though.
the menu. You can bring whatever you want. I'm gonna be cooking all of this.
I guess it's fair.
You can bring whatever you want. You can absolutely bring your green casserole. Absolutely. I will be cooking everything here. Here's the list of shit I'm making.
But what if she goes, but I'm bringing green bean casserole?
You go,
my God.
okay, I don't
then
care.
you say, okay,
Shut up.
I don't care. You can bring it. I don't care.
Fuck you.
I guess that's fair. I mean, that is an easy way out. That is the way to just kind of skirt past this regardless, is just you just make a green bean casserole that doesn't suck. Total
I think
shit.
we're skirting around the fact that this person could absolutely just make their Thanksgiving meal. Nothing is stopping them from doing that.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean? You can do
Yeah.
everything you need to and be like, it's Thanksgiving. You can bring whatever you want. You know, I'm gonna make the meals.
Oh, actually, hold on. That
Oh.
might work really well. Because if you tell her, well, no, I'm making green bean casserole. Here's everything I'm making. Like, do what you guys said, right?
Okay.
That might
yeah.
force her to make something else, which, take a stab at something different. Maybe she's got like a
Okay.
good ambrosia salad or
Yeah,
something.
ambrosia salad.
Maybe she just needs to do some weird shit to some other popular Thanksgiving food. She tried
Mustard
stuffing.
sushi.
Yeah. Just you know what? You fucked up stuffing. You fucked up green bean casserole. I'm taking over both. You got to make something different, you
Okay,
know?
I would say this person's not the asshole if their sister fucked up the stuffing. I don't play about stuffing.
No, stuffing is so good.
God, I love stuffing.
These are timeless dishes. These
Timeless.
recipes for these have been around for forever. As you can see on PowerPoint slide 5, green bean casserole was invented in 18...
All right, we ready?
Yes.
Decision time.
All right, what do we feel like when it comes to the woman who wouldn't let her sister bring the poo-poo pee-pee casserole? Jordan, is she the asshole?
Oh, God, I really do feel for her. This is a moment where I really do resonate with this poster. But she is the asshole because it is just Thanksgiving. You know what? Fuck it. It's so low stakes. Just let her bring the shit and make the shit that you're going to make regardless. And if she gets mad that you made your own green bean casserole and that didn't bank on her shit being casserole, then I don't fucking know. You'll figure it out then.
Danny?
Oh, again, we come across a post where the poster does a really good job of making themselves sound like super reasonable, and the other person sounds like the crying Wojak, the crying Apustaya.
The small crying Apustaya.
But yeah, I think they're the asshole. It's Thanksgiving. I feel for you. I absolutely understand. But I think that making this such a big deal is kind of like frustrating, and it's so easy to like not worry about it. I get it. I get like it's like annoying and whatever, but like honestly, I don't really get it actually. I think it's really easy to ignore. And so I think you're just a touch asshole. It's not a big deal. You know, you're not like a huge jerk or anything. And I absolutely empathize for you, but no. I think you're a jerk. I think you're a little bit of an asshole.
I gotta agree.
Yeah.
That's a 3-0.
But wait.
All right, do you want to hear the update?
Please.
All right.
Please.
Here's the update. All right, well, things have escalated fast. Thank you to everyone
Awesome.
who offered advice. I've tried to compromise, but it's turning into a whole thing, and Thanksgiving is still a few weeks away. After our last conversation, my sister has been very cagey about what she planned to make. I reached out to my mom hoping she could smooth things over. Instead, she got defensive, saying I'm overthinking and that it's all one dish. I told her I wasn't sure it was one dish anymore, especially after hearing that she had a grocery haul that included canned oysters and edible glitter. Then my mom let slip that my sister has been hard at work at some sort of creative menu she's planning as her Thanksgiving surprise. She has been telling a family group chat I am not in that I'm being controlling, and she intends to expand everyone's palate with something truly unique. To top it off, my cousin sent me a screenshot from the group chat where my sister said she's bringing 3 dishes to Thanksgiving, calling them a Thanksgiving trio experience. I'm officially panicking because I have no idea what she is planning to serve, and from what I've heard, it's not traditional. At this point, the family thinks I'm overreacting, and the other half is texting me things like, is she bringing glittered sweet potatoes? I feel stuck. If I try to control it anymore, I'm the bad guy, but if I don't, Thanksgiving will turn into a tasting event for my sister's avant-garde cooking.
Oh no.
Owned.
Oh no. Oh,
I think at this
no.
point, you let it run its course. I mean, we got to see what she's going to bring.
At this point, you just got to let the tasting menu fly.
Oh no.
She's also posted some highlights of previous dishes she's made. Do you want to hear those?
Yes.
Oh, please.
Thanksgiving 2019, she made a spicy cranberry sauce, which had chunks of jalapeno floating in it, elevating the flavor profile, so she claimed, but it ended up making people's mouths burn while eating turkey.
Okay, I can actually see that one. There might be a good way to do that one. Never mind. Okay, whatever. I'll give that one the pass.
Christmas 2020, she brought a fusion mac and cheese with wasabi and horseradish mixed in.
That. God, no!
Easter 2021, she made a carrot salad with shredded carrots, raisins, and sardines. She claimed it was
Fucking
based on
God.
some Mediterranean recipe.
Fuck, man. Oh, God damn it.
Anything you put sardines in becomes immediately Mediterranean.
God.
Last Thanksgiving was the cardamom stuffing. Family barbecue this past summer, she did a barbecue tofu thing with a vinegar peanut butter sauce. It didn't belong on the grill. People tried to be polite, but most of it ended up going home with her. She's constantly making adventures out of classic dishes, so I'm nervous about what she's planning for the Thanksgiving trio experience.
No,
Am I
yeah,
insane?
right.
This person was built in a lab to be on a sitcom, right? Like, am I
yeah.
crazy?
No, I'm sorry. I can't. Okay. If it was the one dish, I would leave. You can't let this happen. This is unacceptable. I'm sorry. You can't do food crimes. You can't bring food crimes everywhere. Just make normal food. Clearly, she has a passion to cook. I love that.
Love that for you.
Just make normal food. Like, the better you get at cooking normal recipes and following recipes, that's where you're gonna learn, like, different flavor combinations that actually work. Not sardines and raisins, man. No. Unacceptable. Jail for you.
Straight to jail.
Wasabi mac and cheese, bro. Oh my God.
I was like, barbecue tofu. Oh, the second part of that does not sound good.
Like, that would actually sound like,
I was like, oh, that's not that. Oh, we've made it much worse.
no, you can't let this happen. This can't happen. This is not what Thanksgiving is about.
Well, this post was 3 days ago, so now we have to wait till Thanksgiving to.
Oh, I will be rechecking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you must stop this. Get every, national agency on the line. You must put a halt to this. Get RFK Jr.
The council has spoken.
All right, you guys ready to call it?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good.
Before we go, just gonna show this to you guys.
Oh, great. What do you got for us?
Here it is. It's a little slideshow I made myself. There you go.
Where's the second panel?
That's the whole show.
You want to explain this one for the viewers at home?
Yeah. So to leave you at this, I went into Google Slides and literally just quickly wrote Joseph is gay and then slideshow on the bottom. Good night.
Good night, everybody.